round at the expense of Crusaders. Davy Larmour doing the damage. His 19th goal of the season came after Gavin Arthur's double attempt on goal had bounced into his path. The shot wasn't struck cleanly but still ended up in the Crews net. But Crusaders hit back on the stroke of half-time with an excellent finish from Graham Arthur, whose brother Gavin was playing for Linfield but was being treated for an injury when the goal was scored. He was replaced by Glenn Ferguson, who set up Linfield's winner as Larmour blasted in for goal number 20.
Sensible option by Ferguson, spreads it wide to Jamie Marks. Larmour and Ferguson still in the centre. Up goes Ferguson. Now Larmour. It's 1-0 Linfield. Well, it was all so simple. Ferguson made it all happen. Spread the ball to Jamie Marks. His cross into the centre was headed down by Ferguson, and an easy finish for Davy Larmour. Ball floated in, up goes Ferguson and Beattie together. Here's Ferguson, it's 2-0. Excellent goal from Glenn Ferguson, his 24th of the season. Well, the Blues can see clearly now, all right. They're 2-0 in front at Windsor Park. The ball sat up for Ferguson on the volley, and he doesn't miss from there. It's Linfield 2, Glenavon 0. Now here's a chance for Glenn Ferguson. He's got Larmour in the middle, Ferguson, and Gorman arriving. Now Norman Kelly. And Ferguson at the back post, and he deflects it in, and it's 3-0 to Linfield. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Ferguson scores his second and Linfield's third. Norman Kelly, shot came back in. Ferguson sneaked in behind the defence at the back post and directed it in past Stuart Addis.
It took 32 minutes to break the Ard's resistance, but David Larmour did with a nonchalant flick of the foot. On the hour, it was 2. Larmour's header, Glenn Ferguson's feint touch did the rest. A ball from the right provided a third. Substitute Chris Morgan with an easy tap-in with virtually his first touch. A minute later, Morgan turned provider. That man Ferguson there again, his 26th of the season. And 4 minutes from time, Garth Skates raced clear to complete the job. He was man of the match, but 2 more goals for Northern Ireland squad member Ferguson.
Linfield were beaten at home in the league for the 4th time in their last 58 games. It might have been a different story had Garth Skates found the net, however, instead of the crossbar after just 5 minutes. But Newry rode their luck and took the lead after 13 minutes, as Dean Fitzgerald was allowed a free header, and he didn't waste the opportunity. Just before the half hour, the visitors went 2-0 up. Fitzgerald broke with the ball from the edge of his own box. Eventually, he released Gary McPhee, who became only the 3rd Premier Division player to hit the 20-goal mark for the season. David Jeffrey introduced a 3rd striker at half-time, but the didn't break the deadlock until injury time when Chris Morgan tucked away a rebound after William Murphy had rattled the bar. But Newry Town, and in particular Gary McPhee, had the final word. He scored his 2nd of the afternoon just before the final whistle. What a day for Alfie Wiley's men. The sides meet again this week in the quarter-finals of the League Cup. And Kelly's 3rd goal of the season, his first half strike the only bright moment in a disappointing game against Bangor, who were praised afterwards by Linfield boss David Jeffrey.
There were a number of scoring chances at Shamrock Park where the champions-elect Linfield took on Portadown. However, despite the many opportunities, they produced just 1 goal. There was little obvious danger when Greg Davidson found Richard Clark early in the second half, but his brilliant trip over keeper Robert Robinson brought Portadown their first home triumph against the Blues since 1996.
Finals in succession.